What's going on there, guys and gals? John from Hot Lap RC. This time we're finally doing the run of the ARRMA Senton 4x4 BLX. This is on a 2S battery. First run for you guys to see. My son has in fact been playing with this truck all day long, and unfortunately he gets first dibs over you guys. So he saw it, it was ready to go, and he wanted to play with it, of course, and he's been playing with it all day. So I got a fresh battery in there. It's time to do a little video. We haven't broken it yet, so that's always a good thing. If you did follow my previous video, you did see that mine was broken out of the box, and I ended up having to do a little bit of surgery to get the servo centered properly so that way it works right, and refilled the shock with oil. And I guess we're going to find out how my fixes work over time, but for now, let's kick it. So I have already driven this today for probably, maybe 15 minutes or so. And my thoughts so far are definitely that, A, it's very stable. Now, I'm not sure if it's just the weak suspension or what it is, but it feels very wide. It feels very planted to the ground when you go around corners. Whereas like the Associated and the Tracks, they kind of dip down and do a little squat. This one feels like it's more rigid. It's definitely a different feel to drive this than a Slash or that Team Associated vehicle. Oh, got to get all these jumps done eventually. They're so inconsistent. One time you go flying over it perfectly, the next your car is flying out of control upside down. This truck just feels very nose heavy. Very nose heavy. I'm also not a fan of, I'm not sure if maybe it's just this combo with the brushless motor, if it's a cheaper version, but I feel like it kind of gives that hesitation like my Ghoul RC does. And, if I want to squeeze the trigger and you listen, you hear that like, and then it finally kicks itself off. Like the Traxxas system doesn't do that, the Team Associated system doesn't do that. The only ones I've ever seen that actually do that are like the Ghoul RC motors and speed controllers, which makes me wonder how good this system actually is. But overall, it is a fun truck to drive. I wouldn't say it's as fun to drive as like the Team Associated Pro SC. I think that's got a little more life to it. I'm really excited to try that with some new tires. Ooh. You can definitely see the reverse isn't as strong as the Slash, because I can do crazy donuts in reverse with a Slash. Couple more laps and I'm going to throw that 3S battery in here and call it a day. You know, I thought these tires would be excessively grippy. I'll tell you what, they're not as grippy as I had thought they were going to be. For it being a Badlands style tire, I was definitely expecting a lot more traction. And not that it's bad, it just doesn't seem like it's so much more than the Pro SC, which in my opinion the tires are just not meant for this kind of track. Every time I try and really power through the corners, I find myself flipping it over. Oh, oh. All right, we're going to call that the test here for 2S. Check me out in a second when I run it on 3S. Like and subscribe.